Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Arc Icons mini sermons. Today, we're going deeper into that next track on our journey, the fall. And listen, this one hits differently when you really understand the heart of what happened in Eden. So God gave one clear, simple command. In the King James, Genesis 2:17, it says, "But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it," right? "For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die." One boundary, just one, yeah? Just one loving boundary from a father to his children. But then the serpent comes on the scene. And we need to get this. Satan, he wasn't just tempting Eve with fruit, no. He was recruiting. He was pulling her into his own failed rebellion. See, he knew his fate was sealed from that war in heaven. And, well, he wanted company in his misery. You know, hurt people, they hurt people. The Hebrew word for tempted, nasa, it means to test or to prove. So Satan was testing their trust in God's character, whispering that poison, "Hath God said?" Sounds familiar, doesn't it? He's still doing it today, you know, making us question what God has clearly said. And the moment they sinned, what happened? Well, Genesis 3 verse 7 says, "And they knew that they were naked, and they were afraid." That feeling, that instant hollow shame that just hits the pit of your stomach. The Hebrew word for afraid here is yareh. And it's not just being scared, it's a deep dread, an emptiness when you know you've messed up. But here is the complexity of our human heart just laid bare. When God comes, Adam says, "The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me." So he blames Eve, and he even subtly blames God. Then, Eve blames the serpent. There's just no accountability, just finger pointing. And how often do we still do that? We blame our past, our circumstances, anyone but ourselves. But look at God's response. This is the part that changes everything. He doesn't come with fire and judgment. No, he comes walking in the garden, calling out, "Where art thou?" He's not asking for a location. He's a parent, just heartbroken, calling for a lost child. He's calling them back to relationship. And even in the consequences, his mercy is so loud, he makes them coats of skins. The Hebrew word kutaneth, it means a covering of honor. He covers their shame with his own hands. I mean, think about that. Even in their discipline, he's protecting their dignity. That is the character of our Father. And right there, in the midst of the fallout, Genesis 3:15, he gives the first promise of redemption. He tells the serpent, "I will put enmity between," unlike that, "thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head." That, my love, that is Jesus. God's rescue plan was already in motion. So why did they want more? Why do we still want more? It's because the enemy's oldest lie is that God is holding out on us. But the truth is every boundary he sets is love. Every no is his protection. So when you feel that shame, that emptiness after you sinned, please remember this. God is not waiting to condemn you. He is waiting to clothe you again. He is waiting to restore you because he's not just our judge, he's our Father. Walk in that grace today, beautiful. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Knowing that God's first response to our biggest mistake wasn't to turn his back on us, but to come looking for us, how does that change the way you talk to him the next time you feel like hiding?